Only 1% of the world's population had a chance to play this Mega Drive game. That just changed, and it's thanks to what could be the biggest fan translation ever. But they didn't just translate the game, they had to go much deeper than that. I am going to show you how to play this Sega-developed masterpiece, and as we go, it's going to be clear just how deep they had to go with the fan translation. For now, we're gonna go straight into the action. I'm not gonna explain this to you just yet. I want you to feel comfortable and see that this game, even though it's a strategy game, it's actually very simple to get into. Once a battle begins, you get this screen where you're supposed to place your units on the map. This is only the first chapter, so it's looking pretty simple with just 5, units. I want you to get into the action right away in this video, so I'm just going to press start to auto-place them and then confirm with the C button. The C button is usually your confirm button on Mega Drive games. This one's no different. As you can see, there are 3 colors. Blue is the people that you can normally control yourself, yellow is going to be your allies, and red is reserved for your enemies. Here I got an infantry unit. I'm going to press C and move here. Infantry can actually climb, tanks cannot, so I'm going to just climb over this ledge and approach this enemy infantry unit. And then once I press attack, you will see all this confusing stuff. This is actually pretty simple. I'm not gonna go over the right side just yet. Just know that A is air and G is ground, and then you can just check the manual that's translated as well. But I want you to see how simple this is. This is your loadout of this particular unit. You got 3 different weapons, and this is the this is important. This is the ammo. Like, you don't have to read the manual if you watch this video. This is the ammo, this one's important. Now, once you select with C, it's gonna tell you how much chance it has to hit that enemy. It says that down there, 67%. There's more variables to that I will explain in due time, but for now, you can tell that the Sega gun doesn't hit as much because this is meant to hit armored targets. Since we're attacking an infantry, the shotgun is going to be just fine. Boom. Here's the screen with all the stats. You can see that we have 101% chance of hitting or something like that. And, we hit him a bunch and now he's down to 6 hit points. But my dude Paul now is wounded with 7. How are we gonna do with that? We'll see later. For now, if I try to move this tank, you can see that, it does not go up because it cannot climb the ledge. So let's say we're gonna move it down here, next to this other enemy and select attack. And again, we got 3 different weapons because this is a different unit, the tank that is. We got the 7.62 mm, blah, 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 blah. This one has 8 ammo. Let's see how it does. 54%. What about this? 33. This must be for armor targets then. What about this one? Flamethrower, 67. Count me in. Let's go. Boom. Couple of shots of flamethrower for that dude. Served right up. And only 2 actually out of 3 hit. That's pretty good. I also got wounded. That's fine. Now, I am not going to move everybody right now. I'm just going to show you the meat and potatoes of this game so that, you can relate to the fact that it's not that complicated. I'm going to end turn right now and skip ahead. It is now my turn again, and I want to show you a couple of mechanics that are just going to get you safely into the action right away. You can see that my character here has got damage. He's got 6 out of 10 hit points, and this character has also gotten damage, 7 out of 10. Now I'm gonna show you that you can indeed heal yourself by just using your turn to repair. Now the amount of HP you are going to rejuvenate is going to be random. It can be like between 1 and 4, if I recall correctly. I played this game in 2018 anyways. You see, I just recuperated 3 HP. That is a lot more powerful than it sounds like, probably, because you can see the maximum HP right now is just 10. So that's for repair. That's your healing mechanic. Another thing I want to show you, because it's super important, especially if you don't feel like reading that massive manual that translated, I'm gonna grab this guy here and go here in the little fortification, the station, the city, whatever you want to call it. And once you're here, if a turn passes, you can actually supply. You can use the supply command to get your ammo back. As we've seen before, ammo is limited, so it's really important to do that. And you want to do that maybe even, you know, you want to do that before maybe the time comes even, because sometimes either the enemy or even your allies, the yellow dudes, might occupy that slot and then you don't get to resupply your ammo. So let's see how that works. Now it's my turn again, and I got Paul right here with 7 HP on the fortification. You go here, supply, and boom, I got all my ammo back. This is going to be very important because sometimes you need like ammo to take out maybe air targets or armored tanks, and you run out of it. It happens. That said, another thing I want you to check out is that if you select on an empty tile with the, well, the A button, as it turns out, it shows you the minimap, and then if you press A again, it opens this menu. You can actually save in battle. Other than that, if you go to objectives, it's going to show you again what it shows you at the beginning of the map. Even the first level has 3 different clear conditions. For the first level, I suggest you try to go with one of the 2, the later 2, but you can quickly finish the level by just putting 3 units at the bottom line, and then they just escape and you win the map like that. As you can see, there's a lot of yapping of the highest quality, the translation is great, and there's a lot of text in this game. As a matter of fact, there is a lot of text that you will never see because it's going to be conditional. You can never see all the text, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe depending on whether 2 characters interact or not, you'll get extra special text. Maybe if you complete an objective instead of another objective, because there's multiple ones. Or maybe, you know, if a character is dead or alive, when you do that, you're gonna get extra text. Now, instead of taking the easy way out like we just did, we're going to do the battle planning ourselves real quick. Just gonna skip through this mountain and mountain of translated text. You know, they hired a sci-fi novelist, Masahiro Noda, to work on the script and dialogue. That's why it's that deep, that involved, that just extensive. Here is where the magic happens. First off, I want you to know that here on the ability screen, you can check out the stats of both your characters and your armament, like your tanks. You know, here's the weapons. Your characters is a bit less intimidating because it shows you here 1, 2, 3, 4 attack accuracy versus, let's say, 2 is armor. So if you want to attack another tank, you know that she is going to add a bonus of 18, and that is a 25 for infantry. So that is going to add itself to the actual vehicle's stats. If you go over to the boarding screen and you try to match them, if I try to match the tank to her, you will see that it gives you a nice preview. So she's a bit better versus unarmored units, let's say infantry, and he is a bit better versus armored units, let's say tanks. And if you press left and right here, it will very conveniently browse through the tanks' different weapons to show you, you know, the accuracy that it will have with each weapon towards each type of enemy unit. It's that simple. It's gonna gradually get more like crowded because you're gonna get a lot more characters, a lot more cool vehicles. I'm not even into mecha or sci-fi yet. I fell deeply in love with this game. I truly believe it's a 10 out of 10 game. You need to see for yourself just how cool the story, the dialogue, and all the fighting, the animations, the combat, it's so freaking good. Anyways, you know, you do this, you do that, then these 3 are just unnamed soldiers. You have that from time to time, and these are 3 jackets that don't matter at all. Again, this is the first level. It's really simple. At this point, you've done it. You hit B for a turn. You go here, battle start. Enjoy the game. When you do want to go deeper, Nebulous Group has got you covered. On their webpage, not only will you find a patch for the translation, but you will also find a fully translated manual. This beast right here is insane. Sega's first-party packaging quality was second to no one, and you will find that this manual kicks ass. You have all the information you could need in all full color. There's all illustrations for the characters, the vehicles. It's just that good. Now, if you think that is going deep, think again. Check out this chart that also comes with the game. Look at this. If you unfold this, on one side, you will have all the information about the units, the terrain, the mechanics, the tanks, whatnot. the movement details. On the other one, you will have like all the lore you can fucking want about the galaxy, the map, Earth, and all that nerd stuff. Isn't that great? Now, we mentioned the fan translation going deep. We mentioned that many times. So does that mean? Let me show you. Did you notice in the title screen, there's an option that says index? I'm gonna go in there. Are you ready? Character index. Boom. Big size version of the character's portraits made by Jun Suemi with all this lore about them and their personal quote. That is for every character you will find. There are so many of these, you have no idea how insane this is. This is so good. Next, history index. Look at this. Look at it. Are you looking at it? Look at it. You see how far down it scrolls? Did you notice how some lines are blue? You know why? Because you can press the C button on them and they work as hyperlinks. And there's all this extra lore here. This is insane. It's like the only game with a freaking Wikipedia page on it. This fan translation is insane. Nebulous Money makes no money off of it. Again, it's a fan translation. I just want as many people as possible to play this because I want them to know about the coolness of the hybrid front. Please enjoy it. Ciao.